All right, so Oklahoma gets to play Alabama, this time in Norman, for the first round game of the college football playoff. It was a 2-point win for the Sooners. A lot of people talked about it being lucky or fluky, blah, blah, blah. What do you make of this matchup for Oklahoma against Alabama?
I was as quick to pick this matchup as I was to pick Tulane and Ole Miss. I think Oklahoma is going to win this football game because they are the better football team than Alabama. And I don't just say that because they beat them the first time. And I know how hard it is to beat a team twice in a season. But when you beat them the first time at their place and now you get to come and be at home when Alabama had to play more recently than you did and get beat up against Georgia in the SEC championship game, and I know that Oklahoma defense is really good. I've been high in it all season long, and I do not have any faith in the Alabama offense. What would you even say Alabama does well at the moment? Because obviously they can't run the ball. We've known that all season. But I watched them against Georgia, and it's not just that they couldn't throw it either. It's that they couldn't do the easy stuff. I mean, they're trying to throw the ball on a wheel route or a flat route. They can't complete a pass. I mean, it looks completely inept. They look like a team that has just been through a bunch and that they just do not look like they are operating at all at a level that gives me any sort of confidence that they can go in and put up 20 or more points against the Oklahoma defense. I don't see how you reach that conclusion. It'd be a heck of a coaching job by Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb if they do, because I just watched them against a defense the caliber of Oklahoma's, and they had -3 rushing yards and 7 points. And they just did so many things wrong. They didn't look great against Auburn either. I just don't know where your confidence in the Alabama offense would come from. And quietly, the Alabama defense has started playing well. So that's my biggest concern for Oklahoma in this game. Will John Mateer in the offense be able to find any sort of rhythm? I don't know if that's going to happen either. I think this could be an old Big Ten West score, John, like 14-12. Mm-hmm. I legitimately, that might be my final score prediction. I might say 13-12 just for fun. So I don't think Oklahoma should be underdogs at home. I think that's an overreaction to Alabama's brand there, and I think Oklahoma is going to win the football game.
Yeah, I think some of it comes back to Oklahoma's offense just not being able to find enough consistency really since the Michigan and Auburn games. I mean, it's just been really up and down. They've been explosive. They've found enough explosive plays offensively to go win football games, and really that's all that matters. It's going to be a slugfest. And where Oklahoma struggles maybe the most is in the passing game, and Alabama's great against the pass. And I think that will be what determines their offensive success, if they can find enough in the passing game, because John Mateer is going to have to make some throws for you to get a win. Oklahoma's offense is a little bit dinged up. Their running backs haven't been healthy. Can they run the ball consistently? But man, I'm with you. The defense is just playing so well. And what they were able to have success against Oklahoma's defense with was a lot of the, hey, we're looking at the sideline and snapping the ball while nobody's paying attention kind of a. They took advantage of some of Oklahoma's attempts to make some last-second adjustments. I don't think that they're going to be able to find that kind of same success the second time around.
Yeah, and again, I just keep coming back to what I've seen from the Alabama offense in the last month. It's been bad.
Yeah.
Ryan Williams has disappeared. Ty Simpson, when he gets under pressure, is worse than most quarterbacks, and most of them are not very good unless you're Jordan Love with the Packers, who I think had a PFF grade of like 99 against the Blitz on Sunday in their win over the Bears. And I think that what Oklahoma is able to do defensively matches up really well against what Alabama struggles with, and that's protecting the quarterback.
Yeah.
Like Caden Proctor's an NFL offensive lineman. Man, the rest of that Bama offensive line is not playing very well. And I know the Oklahoma front is nasty, and I know that Brent Venables is going to bring a variety of blitz packages to confuse them, and that's what's thrown them out of the rhythm all season long. It's what threw them out of the rhythm in Tuscaloosa earlier this year. So, yeah, I think Oklahoma is the more trustworthy team, because if I'm looking at two teams that are playing better on the defensive side of the ball, which they certainly are, which defense do I trust more? It's Oklahoma. And, yeah, Alabama's defense has improved. I don't think Alabama's defense is one of the 10 best in all of college football. Oklahoma's is. So Yeah, defense wins championships, as they say. Oklahoma is at home, more rested. I think the Sooners are going to win the football game. I don't know if either team's getting to 20. Both offenses are a rough watch. Like they're a really ugly, rough, bad watch. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to see it. Points being at a premium. Hey, yeah. I'm here for it. But yeah, something like 17-12. Just something ugly. I think is where this game winds up going.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a big opportunity for both defenses to just slow this thing down and make it a slugfest. And because both offenses really haven't found a lot of consistency over the last month, then yeah, it seems like it's going to be a old school college football game where it's a slugfest and special teams is going to matter significantly. And Oklahoma's got a really good special teams. As you look at the playoff bracket, we'll get you out of here on this. Who's your favorite to kind of win it all?
As crazy as it sounds, Ohio State.
Okay.
Last year, they got spurred on by a loss. Now, it was to Michigan, so that hits different than Indiana. I think the Hoosiers were just incredibly fired up to play that game, and not that Ohio State was unmotivated, but I think Indiana wanted that game more. Ohio State knows what the real mission is. That's to go win another national championship, and Indiana is very impressive. Mm-hmm. Very, very impressive. Like
I was impressed.
Now, I think those two teams more than likely meet in the national championship game. Like Georgia could get in there as well. I still wonder about Georgia a little, even though they've looked more like themselves and they've been a more complete football team on offense, defense, special teams. That's what they were when they won back-to-back national championships. I'm bullish on Gunnar Stockton. Been a big fan of his since he came in for Carson Beck last year. I was somebody that after that game said, yeah, Notre Dame just beat Georgia, and having Carson Beck wouldn't have mattered because Gunnar Stockton was just fine. Mm-hmm. Gunnar Stockton looked pretty good, and Gunnar Stockton is playing his best football. So I think Georgia's obviously got a chance. I don't think you can rule out Texas Tech, but honestly, I'd take Ohio State. Going into the bracket right now, I would take Ohio State to win the national championship again.
Yeah, if Oklahoma is able to get past Alabama and then has to face Indiana in the Rose Bowl, like to me, that's a fun matchup because one, I don't know if Oklahoma's ever played Indiana. I've never looked it up, but I like their front. Their defensive front is active. They're physical. They look a lot like Oklahoma's defensive front. And again, it could be just another smash mouth football game.
Be a lot of red.
Yeah. And there'd be a lot of red and two transfer portal quarterbacks going and trying to find some success.
Probably the two best transfer portal quarterbacks that move. You'd have to toss Carson Beck into that fold as well. But like, I think Beck has been better than Mateer. I don't think either one's been as good as Mendoza, obviously, who's probably going to win the Heisman Trophy. But yeah, and just as a quick side note for all the Sooners fans out there listening to or watching this show, the transfer portal window for quarterbacks, I think, is going to be a lot deeper and crazier than it was a year ago. Sam Leavitt from Arizona State is the first of many dominoes that I think will fall.
We're not worried about that. John Mateer's coming back. They're going to roll with John Mateer. I mean, there are some Sooner fans that think they need to look at a different signal caller. I think you just need to ride with it. It's not been great, but it's been good enough. And if he can keep playing complimentary football,
is good enough the standard?
Defense, no, it's not the standard. It's not the standard, not at all. But he's been a part of what's helped you get to 10 wins.
True.
He's a leader on that team. There's vibes. You got to ride with vibes sometimes as opposed to stats. And football is not one on paper. It's one sometimes with heart and emotion and leadership. And as bad as he has been at times this year, he has still been an important part of what's helped Oklahoma have success.
Second year in the system, continuity. I can see it.
Give me continuity because if we change up again, we'll go from Dylan Gabriel to the Jackson Arnold, Michael Hawkins experience to John Mateer. And then if we get another quarterback,
Jackson Arnold's in the portal.
That'll be 4 quarterbacks in 4 years with 3 different offensive coordinator situations. Like, let's have some continuity. I'm all for that.
I see that argument.
All right, go check out
roll the dice on Jackson Arnold again.
Listen, we're not going to do that here all of our Locked On Sooners everydayers know how I feel about Jackson Arnold. The dude's got all the talent in the world. I just think my guy needs to spend some time with a sports psychologist and just find his mojo again.
He needs to learn from Dante Moore, and he needs to go find a veteran quarterback and a stable offense to sit in for a year and learn from. That's what he needs to do.
He needs to go spend an offseason just playing a bunch of 7-on-7 where he just throws the ball a ton, like drop back, sling it, and not worry about anything else, because he just in his head too much, just holding the ball too much. But that's my aside. He's got all the tools in the world to be really, really good. He does got to throw the ball.